Oh, hi there. Welcome to Gattsy on Goosebumps, the show in which I review every single Goosebumps book from R.L. Stine's original series, and today we are looking at Goosebumps number 42, Egg Monsters from Mars. Pretty typical brightly coloured Tim Jacobus cover art here, featuring some sort of egg monster, presumably from Mars, in a carton of regular eggs, and he's got some eyes there, and he's not your regular egg, because he's an egg monster from Mars. Tagline there is, "They're no yolk," and the blurb reads as follows. Which came first, the monster or the egg? Yeah, alright. An egg hunt. That's what Dana Johnson's bratty little sister Brandy wants to have at her birthday party. And whatever Brandy wants, Brandy gets. Dana's not big on egg hunts. But that was before he found the egg. It's not like a normal egg. It's about the size of a softball. It's covered with ugly blue and purple veins. And it's starting to hatch. That's pretty exciting. Unfortunately, nothing in the book comes close to matching that level of excitement. That's not strictly true. You see, well, let me start from the start. Yeah, so there's an egg hunt for Dana's sister's birthday, and he finds this egg. This really weird egg that is like pulsing, and it's like warm, and it's like shaking and stuff. And half of the story is just him like watching it and like waiting for it to hatch. Eventually it hatches into like, essentially this thing you see on the cover here, like a thing that looks like an egg with eyes. He's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it to this science lab that my town happens to have, as all towns do. And he gets there, and the scientist's like, you found another one. You see, these came down in a meteor shower a while ago. I thought I collected all of them, but you found one, thank you. So he takes it and he puts it with all these other egg monsters from Mars. And yeah, then he locks Dana in the lab. He's like, oh, you can't leave. No, you might have germs or diseases or something from touching the egg. So you're going to stay here for quite a while, it seems. So essentially, yeah, Dana's been kidnapped by a mad scientist. His dad comes to look for him, but he can't hear or see him because of the special lighting in the lab. It's soundproof and one-way glass. It starts to get really cold at night, so the egg creatures form a blanket and they actually cover him. He's like, oh, maybe they're not so bad. And he starts to communicate them, starts making shapes with his fingers, and in their hive mind, they start like resembling those shapes. But then when the scientist comes in the morning and he sees that they've formed a blanket, he's like, you've ruined everything, Dana. You've ruined my life's work. I'm not happy that this is a new discovery. Everything's ruined now because you somehow made them into a blanket. So now you're gonna die. Literally, that's how quickly he snaps. And he's like, I'm going to leave you in this freezing cold room, and I'm just going to turn it up colder and colder until you freeze to death. Then the egg monsters like form a big mass and like, I get not really suffocate him, but like cover him long enough for Dana to like get out, and he escapes. And his family's like, where have you been? We called the police. What's happening? He's like, oh, at the lab you came to. I was there the whole time. Look what happened. Look at these egg monsters. He goes there. Sure enough, there's no sign of the egg monsters or the scientist. I presume they ate him and then disappeared. Story ends with a odd cliffhanger, if you'll permit me to read you a section here. Dana's really happy that his whole ordeal's over, and he's just really positive about life, and he's going to his friend Anne's house. What a day. What a beautiful, perfect, normal day. And then halfway across Anne's lawn, I stopped. I crouched down on the grass, and I laid the biggest egg you ever saw. Did he shit on his neighbour's lawn? That is the first thing that came to mind. That's one possibility for what R.L. Stine is trying to say. The other one is he always had the ability to lay eggs and it never came up. And that's the twist at the end there. He was actually an egg-laying creature. Maybe all of humanity is egg-laying creatures, and that's the twist. You thought they were humans. They're actually things that lay eggs. Or maybe we're meant to think that the egg monsters gave him egg-laying abilities. They are three ridiculous possibilities to explain that twist ending. and each of them are as likely as the other. Yes, that includes him taking a shit in his neighbor's lawn. I laid the biggest egg you ever saw. That's what else am I going to think? The book, it's not great. It's not great, fam. Ingredients are there, including eggs. Eggs aren't scary, but R.L. Stein can do that. Whatever. He's made other things scary in the past. So yeah, I'm fine with having egg monsters as like a creature. But half of the book is just him looking at this egg and like waiting for it to hatch and like dropping it, and like there's the worst cliffhangers. R.L. Stein says he always ends a chapter on a cliffhanger to keep the reader invested. And there's one here when he goes to he's got the egg creature and he wants to take it to the science lab. And the cliffhanger literally is, he goes there and there's a sign that says it's closed Saturdays and Sundays. That's not scary, it's a minor inconvenience. The dynamic between the scientist and Dana should have been the focus throughout the whole book. Dana talks about at the start how he wants to be a scientist when he grows up. He wants to research things. So he should have found the egg in the first chapter, and then most of the story is him and his relationship between the scientist, who eventually, he starts to see is crazy and is mad and is, gonna hurt Dana if it gets in the way of his experiments or his discoveries. Instead, this scientist goes from really nice, like, paternal grandfather figure to I'm going to watch you freeze to death in like 3 chapters. It's way, way too quick. And that coupled with the ending, which is bizarre, even by Goosebumps standards, I have to say, give Egg Monsters from Mars a miss. It's not quite a rotten egg, but it is like one of those Easter eggs that's made from like, you can tell it's made from really cheap chocolate. We've had a few disappointing Goosebumps books recently, and I don't think it's going to change next week when I discuss Goosebumps number 43, The Beast from the East, which I always remember as one of the lamest. We'll see, maybe I had it wrong. I always remembered Monster Blood as a really good one, and reading back, it's not good. So who knows, maybe I got it wrong on this time as well. Probably not though. They are books for children, bear in mind, so don't be too harsh, Alex. In the meantime though, thank you for watching, and please, stay spooky. Oh shit, egg pun. I hope you get exactly what you need. Get cracking.